Hey, I'm Mike DiCerto. I'm the writer-director of TRIPTOSANE, a feature film starring Trace Ballou of Mystery Science Theater 3000, J. Paul Nicholas, Larry Block, as well as newcomers Laura DiCerto and Al Mars. My last behind-the-scenes video, we dealt with the evolution of a scene, from its inception all the way through to its final cut. Today I want to talk more about the theme of the movie, which is consciousness and altered states of consciousness, primarily via some sort of drug. Now, what I'm hoping this film will do is open an intelligent discussion about drugs. We tend in our society to have very reactionary views on drugs. You can have a guy sitting in a bar downing his third or fourth scotch, and he'll go railing off on some guy who mentions marijuana legalization. So we need to find a balance and an intelligence in our discussion on drugs. And I'm hoping this film will help on that path. What I found, to my delight, was that my own cast and crew were affected. I found this little behind-the-scenes video of J. Paul Nicholas, who plays Rupert, Al Mars, who plays Angus Coyle, my sound man James, and my makeup artist Stephanie, just sitting around one day on the set while I was setting up a shot with the rest of the crew. They were just chatting and talking about drugs in an intelligent adult way.
You want the big craft table?
Yeah, but I mean the reason why pot isn't legalized is because people in power don't care.
Do you know why?
People in power smoke it. That's the thing.
Do you know why originally pot was legalized? Was
It's
outlawed?
legalized in California.
For certain things.
No,
Yeah.
anybody can get
Hemp.
it.
Really?
Hemp was
Is
very
it-
popular
I
at the
just-
turn of the
yeah.
century. And the tobacco industry started spreading propaganda about how harmful it was, and that's why it got outlawed. Just like the big three automakers and the oil companies, back then the tobacco companies had a lot of influence in Washington.
That's what happened. Oh God, this world is so fucked up, isn't it?
Woody Harrelson he narrated a great film about marijuana. Did you see this documentary? He narrated. It's amazing. He said the government spent more money on anti-drug campaigns, okay? They could have had national health care. You know what I'm saying? It was like billions of dollars put into these stupid campaigns, and people were still smoking anyway. It was just a waste of money.
Because you weren't going to stop it. You weren't going to stop it.
No, you can't stop it. It's like I tried to stop drinking, man. It didn't work. Prohibition only lasted so long. You know, people are going to do it. And you could do more damage to yourself in one sitting with a bottle of vodka than you can do with any
Smoking pot
marijuana.
for a year.
You know, you cannot kill yourself in one night.
Have you ever heard
with
of
a joint, but
a
you can drink
marijuana-related
yourself to death. Okay,
Absolutely.
with one bottle of vodka, you could kill yourself.
And you can also you kill other people.
Absolutely,
drunk.
because you get behind the wheel and you're violent.
Or
okay,
you
So
lose
do
your temper, or you're not
I
in
said
control of
violence.
yourself.
So do
Right?
people.
You get violent.
I mean, that's.
No, it's more the stigma of smoking has now been ingrained in people's minds as something that's bad, something that's
Right.
illegal.
And they don't know why. They just say, oh, it's
They don't,
bad.
yeah, because they've been taught it. So now that they've been taught it all their lives, they're not gonna just suddenly.
but drinking's just as bad. It kills your liver. It
But
still
it's
roasts the
legal.
liver. It
I've-
is legal.
I've
you
had
know,
people who
because
are
you know why? It's getting taxed.
Yeah,
Okay, people are making money
because the
all around.
gangsters make too much money.
Yeah.
So
Said
they're like,
what?
the gangsters in the 20s made too much money, so they were like, now we gotta legalize
The government's
it.
making tax on liquor.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, I mean, like when they had prohibition, the whole reason why they decided to stop the ban was because that was
Mafia
how,
took
yeah, the
control.
mafia gave rise because of liquor sales. That's the same thing with the drug wars in the 80s when Reagan declared his the war on drugs. You know, I like did this whole paper about it, and they were saying how pretty much a direct effect of that was when they cracked down on Miami for cocaine. That's what led to the spread in like the suburbs. And that's what led to crack use, because now that it was, you know,
Scarface.
yeah, now that they couldn't, you know, didn't have such a large supply, they're like, well, we gotta concentrate it.
You need to go. You need to see American Gangster.
You
Yeah.
think if they.
It's about
Streets
heroin.
of Newark, right? It's in the 70s. Streets of Newark or 60s.
The streets of Harlem and the cops were in Newark.
Okay.
Yeah.
But it's about heroin.
In the 60s, right?
Late 60s, early
Late
70s.
60s. Wow, man, these guys are ahead
The
of
movie
their
starts
time.
in '68.
They were ahead of their time. Seriously. They capitalized on some in the 60s, man. Heroin.
Legalize
Do you think if they legalize pot, that use of the other drugs would go down?
And I will advertise it.
What do you think?
I think.
No.
I don't think pot use would go up.
I don't think so. It's
I
it's
definitely
pretty
don't think
much
pot
legal
use
in
would go
California.
What do you mean pretty
Marijuana.
much? What do you mean pretty much?
Anybody can get it. I just came from LA. If you just go anywhere and you're like, I have back pains or whatever.
You can't smoke out in the open or smoke
Yeah,
at
you
home.
can.
Wait, where are you
Can't
getting this stuff? You say I have back pain. You go to a doctor with
Yeah,
a
but
prescription.
Prescription's different.
anybody can go somewhere and be like, oh, I have back pains or whatever, and you can get marijuana. It's so easy.
So I could go to like one of
Yeah.
these like fly by night,
Uh-huh.
chiropractors
Yeah.
and say, look, doc, I got this
Yeah.
really bad pain, blah blah blah. He'll write me a script,
Yeah,
but
he'll,
you can't get it like Amsterdam, going to a cafe and look
No,
at a menu. It's
but
not
you
like
can
that.
you can get marijuana there anywhere, and it's not, drug use is not going down in California. I feel like people are abusing it more.
I think drug use might go up because a lot of people misuse marijuana, and they use it foolishly, and then they get high and they search for another high. They might go after smoking some weed. They might go and
That's a possibility.
Well, that
Pop some
usually
ecstasy,
happens.
yeah.
That happens more with cocaine to heroin than anything. I don't think if you're doing pot,
Yeah,
you're
but
going
if
to basically
people-
go to a heavier drug.
if stupid people use pot, they may go on something.
Yeah, but
Stupid
stupid
people drink.
Stupid people would use pot if it was legal
What is
or
it?
not.
Soy nuts.
What's this
Soy
one?
nuts.
Let's put it on table.
You know. You can never stop stupid people from doing stupid things, whether it's legal.
But the guy calls 911 for more beer. There you go. True story.
The sugar is there.
I know. I believe you. I believe
That's
people
true.
to
It's
that.
funny, hilarious.
I mean, it's the same thing
Wait,
like
what?
where you're gonna
Was
do
a guy in
outlaw
Connecticut got
cold
arrested for calling
medicine.
911.
It's
crying
like kids
to the
drink a
operator,
whole bottle
wanted
of
more
cold
beer.
medicine. You know.
Call for more beer. That's what he did.
Said he's out of beer, so he calls
Yeah.
911.
911. And the operator thought, did you hit a deer? Are you okay? The guy, oh, he's crying. It's hilarious. Find it internet.
And what was
You'll
the end?
find
What was the kicker at the end?
The kicker at the end was, can you bring me any pretzels? Because the guy can't help you there. He said, at least bring me some pretzels.
They arrested him.
There's another guy recently who called 911 to say that he was drunk while he was driving. And he's just having a conversation with the guy, whoever was on the other end, like, oh, I'm doing great. I'm I'm drunk out of my mind. I'm driving. They're like, where
All
are
the
you?
actors are right here. What could you possibly
Finally, they
need it
tracked
for?
him down. They,
That's
I
all
don't
the
know what
actors
they
are
did
The
to him.
best one I've
Idiots.
heard,
What could you
let me tell
possibly
you,
need?
is a person that called the
Ah.
cops
break.
for
Oh,
somebody
he did.
that robbed their marijuana.
What an idiot.
You call the cops. He took my marijuana. Excuse me, sir. Turn around.
Oh, was that on Cops?
Huh?
On that show Cops?
Yeah, it's
I saw it.
ridiculous.
It was broken.
Ridiculous.
Yeah, ridiculous indeed, man. There's some ridiculous people out there doing ridiculous things and thinking ridiculous things. So that's that. So if you like this video, if you like the previous one, and you want to see more, just let me know. Leave a comment. Right down there, the comment section. Leave a comment. Let me know you like these videos, and I've got a lot more behind the scenes footage. We can show them more creations of scenes, more all kinds of stuff. So I'll keep them coming. Just keep watching. And if you're interested in TRIPTOSANE, just go to the website, www.TRIPTOSANE.com. It's coming soon. For more intelligent talk on this subject, go to Lorenzo Haggerty's site, The Psychedelic Salon, where there are hundreds of incredibly mind-expanding podcasts.